Good evening, friends. I am Saurav Kumar. I work for Infra Circle. It's part of News Corp VC Circle. And today we are going to talk about 60 public sector units which have missed their deadline to sign a memorandum of understanding with the government. So I have with me Utpal Bhaskar, Managing Editor, Infra Circle, News Corp VC Circle. So I would first ask him to introduce. I'm sure that by now you have read stories from on our platform. So I would first request him to introduce us formally, and then maybe we'll take this forward. So Utpal, if you can.
Absolutely, sir. Thanks for this. InfraCircle is a news platform from News Corp VC. We are everything infrastructure and policy in this country. And when I say we are everything infrastructure and policy in this country, what I mean by that is we'll be covering news breaks along with analysis, sharp reporting backed by writing and editing across sectors such as power, resources, urban development, civil aviation, telecommunication, communications, real estate. So everything infrastructure in this country, this is the space where you would like to be to read about it.
First of all, if you can tell me that why is it important for public sector units to sign a memorandum of understanding with the government?
See, what happens is that when you look at the public sector space in this country, the owner for all these PSUs is the President of India. So which basically means is that all these public sector units, and I'm talking about the behemoths along with the small ones as well, they are owned by the government. Now it's a pretty normal routine that any owner would like to do a set of goal setting for an organization owned by him or her. In this particular case, when you look at the PSUs in the space, these PSUs also are not only commercial in nature, they also have a strategic intent behind them. So given the role that they have been playing in this space and then the amount of importance they hold in the country's economy as well, the government purpose as an owner would like to have this set of goal settings. This MOU is the document which sets those, if I may use the word, the KRAs for the PSUs.
The guidelines that have come in, experts believe that this one-size-fits-all approach may not be applicable for one small. As you said, there are behemoths and then there are smaller companies as well.
Right. So the Maharatnas and Ratnas and the Penny.
So what do we do about how should we go about it?
See, it's absolutely a very valid point that experts have been raising for a long period of time. We have had we have had PSUs like HMT watches to a Bharat Pumps and Compressors to a Oil and Natural Gas Corporation to an NTPC or the BHEL of the world. So obviously what are the concerns of a particular PSU in a particular sector will be very different from those of others. So there has to be some kind of a understanding, and hence for that there's always a constant state of dialogue between so while the government is the owner, these PSUs also function under their nodal ministries as well. So there's a constant state of dialogue which keeps on happening. And as you would know, governance is not a very easy issue, more so in a country like India with the kind of challenges that India has. But that is a process which needs to be followed and continued. There is no perfect state for this, but that's something which has to be looked into by the powers that are.
Right. And just one more question I have for the evening.
Sure.
The country has, the governments have missed their disinvestment targets for year after year.
Right.
This year also, we have a target of 56,500 crores.
Sure.
And however, we were expecting that markets will not be doing, well after Brexit and Raghuram Rajan and other stuff. Inflation is being high, so there would be no rate cuts and all. Still, the markets have managed to hang on to levels. So, do you think this year we will go with our with all the stakes that we have lined up, and will be able to achieve the targets?
Sort of not an easy answer to this, because markets are anyone's guess. So today, while the markets might be doing very well, and the economy has also done very well, we are the largest major economy growing in the space in the world. There's no easy answers to this. While oil has worked for you till now, there are other concerns on the horizon as well. So it's the inflation being one of the way that you articulated it as well. So no easy answers to this. Government has, not only this government, every successive government has failed to meet the disinvestment targets. Having said that, it has been articulated at so many different levels altogether, starting from the union budget, which was the intention of the government, which got articulated by the finance minister earlier this year. This number has to be achieved because it will then help you to do a lot of other kind of activity. There's a lot of farm spending which is going to happen. There's a lot of social sector spending that the government has now started looking at. So this number has to be met in an ideal world. Anyone who can predict the markets is absolutely the person that one should ask this question to. I don't think so. Even the oracles of the world have been able to give an answer to that.
Right. Thank you so much, Utpal, for talking to us, and thank you for being with us. We'll be coming back to you again with more issues related to infrastructure. Watch out this space. Thank you.
Thank you.